Have a look at some of the sidecar action, some of the highlights. This is the first race on the day, and Peter Guest there, bike 51, ex-superbike racer, managed to simply run away with it. He definitely pulled the pin early on. Variety of machinery. Well, there's an amazing array of engines and chassis out in this one, Dennis.
Certainly is, Greg, from 1100cc four-stroke machines, which are pretty favoured by the majority of the competitors, down to a 500cc two-stroke in the Darren Trelaw Chivos entered machine.
Now, I suppose really the chassis are where it's at as far as handling goes. The LCRs, as our man Guest crosses the line, the LCRs are from Switzerland. They are the latest piece of equipment. Peter Guest, Scott Des Landers, Darren Trelaw and Timmy Newson grabbing second place. Here we are now for race 2, and doesn't that look a treat, the Tucker Time machine. Here's Peter Guest coming up into pole position. As we said, ex-superbike racer, really loves his sidecar racing, seems to be super relaxed around the bits these days. There's, again, a good example of the 1100s just pull on by the two-strokes off the line. And in Australia, the races really aren't long enough for the little two-strokes to show what they can do. But this is Peter Guest and Scott Des Landers, and they're heading the field up through the S's. You know, the interesting thing is, look at the speed of this thing down the back straight. The interesting thing with sidecars is quite often they in fact lap faster than the solos, especially the tight circuit. They are virtually unbeatable when it comes to lap times. Plenty of action now as second place here, finding a bit of pressure on them there. In fact, bike 84, that's Darren Trelaw's machine. It looks a treat and it goes very, very hard. There it is there on screen. Have a look at this. Sideways, in fact, going for a full 360 or at least a 180. And it just goes to show the horsepower that you can get from a 500cc sidecar engine. Well, that's it. The second race, Peter Guest, Scott Des Landers doing it again. Totally dominant, 2 out of 2. Australia's premier Grand Prix class, the 250cc, has many riders